1,000 flights, many of them into and out of the Northeast, already canceled for today as a strong line of storms is expected to move into the region. Parts of New York and New Jersey still drying out from flash flooding over the weekend.
Other parts of the country are still reeling from deadly and devastating flooding. In Wayne County, Utah, 5 family members were killed during a camping trip after being swept away by a flash flood. The victims included a captain in the Provo Fire Department, his wife, and their 3 sons. A daughter who was not on the trip survived.
ABC Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z. Hurricane Bertha, actually Tropical Storm Bertha, churning in the Gulf, could make landfall as early as tomorrow. 6,000 people in Michigan alone now sickened with that parasitic bacteria linked to iceberg lettuce. President Trump meeting today with the president of Lebanon as the U.S. and Iran trade further airstrikes overnight. Another soldier killed in the Mideast identified. He is Sergeant Michael Swinton of Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is ABC News. A battle pitting the Department of Homeland Security against the Catholic Church is brewing along the U.S.-Mexico border.
In an attempt to extend the existing border wall, the Trump administration plans to use eminent domain to seize about 14 acres around Mount Cristo Rey, a religious site that draws about 40,000 pilgrims a year.
My team and I are looking at every way possible to stop it.
El Paso Congresswoman Veronica Escobar has filed legislation to stop the seizure of the property.
That doesn't mean that we don't believe there should be border security.
DHS says it has no plans to restrict access to Mount Cristo Rey from the U.S. side of the border. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
4 identical baby girls, quadruplets, born to a couple in Australia. The babies born without the help of in vitro fertilization started life as one fertilized egg that split not once, not twice, but 3 times into 4 different babies who all shared a placenta. One of the girls was named for the doctor who helped deliver them. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Tukwila passes its camping ordinance, but first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. All right now, we're about 15-minute delay on westbound I-90 as you work your way through Issaquah. That's because of a crash along 17th Avenue Northwest. There's still about a 2.5-mile backup there, but northbound 405 is looking better now that that crash near Cold Creek Parkway has cleared. It's about 50 minutes from Renton to Bellevue. Fuel up to Renton about 40 minutes. Federal way to Seattle is less than an hour. But it's bumper to bumper from the beginning of Boeing Field to the West Seattle Bridge. The north end, it's still a struggle this morning. It's an hour and a half from Everett to Seattle, and an hour and 10 of that is just from Linwood. This traffic report is brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Save big during July. Buy 3 windows or doors and get 1 free from Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Plus, make no payments for 12 months. Visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Tukwila City Council has outlawed camping on city property in order to stop homeless encampments. The vote was close, 4-3 in favor of the ordinance. During public comment last night, plenty of people were against it.
There is no question this ordinance makes homelessness a crime.
A homeless person living in a tent is just trying to survive. Homelessness is not a crime.
It's offensive to hear people stigmatize and stereotype homeless people as if they're all drug users and traffickers.
Supporters of the ordinance pointed to damage being done to the parks and around $300,000 every year in cleanup costs. Council members on both sides said they'll revisit the ordinance if it proves harmful or ineffective. Washington is battling 10 large wildfires across the state. The biggest is the Kaiser Canyon fire in Okanagan County, now nearly 63,000 acres and still 0% contained. More than 1,000 people have been displaced, about 800 structures are threatened, and 500 firefighters are working at the scene. The Lions Ferry fire in Adams, Franklin, and Whitman counties has burned more than 34,000 acres and is now 20% contained. And the Maud Wright fire in Ferry County has also grown to more than 6,400 acres, with level 3 evacuations underway. With a heat advisory going into effect for the greater Seattle area today, air quality could be an issue as winds push wildfire smoke into the region.
We're expecting smoke to move in. Most of the smoke's going to be higher up, so the skies are probably going to look hazy. We expect some of that smoke to get down to the ground, but at this point, I don't think it should be too bad. I think we should be in the moderate. Some places might get worse than that for a short bit.
Phil Schwarzenberg with Puget Sound Air Energy says you might smell smoke, but it won't be on the dangerous level that we've seen in other parts of the country. Meanwhile, Puget Sound Energy will see its new Flex program to the test today. Between 5 and 864,000 customers enrolled in the program can earn bill credits from 25 cents to $3 just by making small changes, like bumping up the thermostat a couple degrees or firing up the grill instead of the oven. Melanie Kuhn with PSE says the heat will put extra strain on the system, but they can handle it.
You have a portfolio of different power sources to be able to maintain reliability. So this is just another tool in the toolbox.
The hour with the heaviest demand for power is between 6 and 7. Now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Seattle is expected to hit 90 degrees today. Haze from wildfire smoke will be noticeable, and air quality may reach unhealthy levels for sensitive groups, especially near the Cascades and north of Everett. Right now, it's 72 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Grateful that you're hanging out with us today, and also grateful that you're going to keep yourself cool today because it's going to be hot.
It is.
I felt it last night, though. For some reason, it felt a little hot to me last night. And I even asked my wife, I said, are you hot? And I don't even remember what her answer was, but I was like, I was hot last night. So
it was kind of a little taste test.
Yeah, a little something.
Yes. And the next couple of days are going to be hot, and I hope y'all do find a way to stay cool or enjoy the heat without overdoing it.
Is this show going to be hot today?
Yes, it is going to be hot. We are going to be talking about the latest internet sensation who hails from Ballard.
I tried not to talk about it.
I know.
Yesterday, we went the whole day yesterday.
We did. I want to know why you and Chef have such a negative feeling toward this little critter.
I believe that 30% of our listeners right now do not want to hear about Jimothy. Watch. Text in. Text in if I'm telling the truth.
I know Peter in Port Orchard's not going to want to hear about Jimothy for sure. For sure. For sure. Peter, I see you. Okay, the numbers are in. FIFA netted $9 billion in profit for this year's World Cup. So coming up at 9:30. Why am I feeling some kind of way about this?
I went down. I was texting. I went down a rabbit hole on FIFA this morning.
Well, we'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line is open for you right now. 888-973-5476. 888-973-KIRO.
Top stories of the day brought to you by Pittergas Law.
Well, despite what some may have you believe, King County is still attracting people from around the country. The bigger problem is that many of the people already in this county are staying in Washington but moving out of the Seattle area. This information comes from Gene Balk of the Seattle Times, the FYI guy who analyzed the latest IRS migration data. And this is covering moves between the 2022 and 2023 tax years. So it'll be a little bit before he gets even more recent numbers. But about 92,000 people, moved into King County, while 105,000 moved out. Of course, that's a net loss of about 13,000. And those leaving took about $8.7 billion in income with them. New arrivals brought in $6.7 billion, so that would be a net loss of nearly $2 billion. But what Gene Balk points out is that those people did not flee Washington to go to Florida or Texas, but King County lost nearly 17,600 residents to other Washington counties. Pierce County was one of the big winners, gaining about 6,700 more people from King than it sent back, while Snohomish County gained about 6,200. So, I mean, I have my theories as to why that is happening. It's probably not something that would take a rocket scientist, but this looks less like people rejecting Washington. In fact, King County gained nearly 5,000 residents from other states. But even while gaining people from outside Washington, the higher earners are leaving in higher numbers, taking hundreds of millions in income with them to other parts of the state.
I'm glad that you're bringing this up, and shout out to Eugene Balk for actually putting pen to paper and putting down the facts. And because, this whole idea, like people get on like, oh, I know somebody that's leaving. I know somebody that's leaving. Everybody knows somebody got a cousin that's leaving and everything. And I ask, where are they going? Where are they going? Well, Eugene Balk is telling you right now. They leave in King County, they going to Pierce County. They going to Snohomish County, which lets me know something. And so the reason why I always ask Ursula, where you going? Because this article proves one thing. People still want the high-paying jobs in this state. They still want the mountains. They still want the water. They still want the quality of life here. And you want to know one of the most important things, especially as you get older, one of the things when I get off the plane, I don't know if you guys do this, but when you come into SeaTac or SCA, whatever you want to call it, you ever get off the plane and you go, and that fresh air that you get here in this state, yeah, it's priceless. So there's my take.
Well, and the data doesn't identify how many people moving were millionaires. It also doesn't say whether the taxes or housing or retirement, remote work, or family decisions were behind their moves. But I would deduct from just living here that I know that for a lot of people, King County is just unaffordable. So, yeah, they're moving to Pierce County. They're moving to Snohomish County. They're moving to places like Cle Elum even and doing a commute because you can buy a lot more for your buck. Mm-hmm. Well, it's getting harder and harder even as you go out, but you can still do more. And I think that's what this is showing. And again, we don't have the most recent numbers, but it gives you something to think about. And one question would be, is King County just a place where people can get a good job but cannot afford to build a life?
Yeah.
And that's problematic.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the Gee and Ursula Show talks about the affordability issue a lot here on the show.
We do. Okay. Well, speaking of affordability and money, nearly half of the frontline workers hired to supervise and rehabilitate young people in Washington's juvenile facilities are gone within a year. This is based on a new nonpartisan state audit that found 47% of frontline employees hired between 2019 and 2025 left during their first year. And why are they leaving? Well, workers told auditors they feel unsafe. They don't feel like they're trained adequately. They don't feel like they're supported. Some also said the job descriptions don't get them ready for what the work is actually like. Nancy Gutierrez is with the Department of Children, Youth, and Families Juvenile Rehabilitation Programs.
There are points about the lack of safety for staff and for young people when there's overcrowding. We completely agree, and we've been shouting from the rooftops about that.
Now, this is actually happening even though spending in juvenile rehabilitation has increased tremendously. Specifically, the state spent about $100 million in 2020. By 2025, that went to $171 million, including nearly 180 additional positions and millions more for outside security.
We don't have enough staff to go out to do more training because we need them on the floor to ensure that we are providing safe ratios that are required by federal law and state law and best practice. And so these are very interconnected.
Okay, so she spoke with King 5 News. She said one big issue that is always going to make it hard to ever have adequate staffing is that here in Washington, juvenile offenders are able to stay in youth facilities until the age of 25.
JR is very unique. We are the only state in the country that does JR to 25.
So one of my questions is it time to change that?
Well, I'll tell you what it's time to change. Once again, here goes another article that I've read, just like yesterday and just like today. And the lead, it's nowhere in the evidence is the conversation. The first thing when I read this entire thing is I asked myself, and I know people listening, you want to know too, well, how much do they get paid?
Oh, yeah. I looked into it too.
So that's not in there. Let's talk about that. So a person working in Washington's juvenile rehabilitation system, the place where you're talking about the state's highest risk youth, you're breaking up fights, You're de-escalating things. You being asked to do the most. You being asked to keep your cool. You being cussed at. You might get spit at. You might get all of those things. And you start out at $26 an hour. But if you go pull up to Costco, the average Costco right now, you start off at $21 to $24 an hour. This is not a shot at Costco. I'm just trying to show you guys something. And I'm not saying that Costco employees don't work hard, because they do. I pull up on Costco all the time. Amazing people. I'm just trying to show you the difference in pay and what people have to deal with. So we wonder why they're out of there in the first year in this case. So we are asking people to start off at $26 an hour to help rehabilitate the state's most highest risk youth.
Yeah.
This ain't rocket science. It didn't take 30 minutes to do this. My research, which I'm not doing research anyways. My only research is simple. Pay them more. $26 an hour for the highest, for the rehabilitation?
So, yeah, $52,000 a year, and then the salary range, it tops out at $70,000. So I'm looking and I'm thinking, wait a minute. For comparison, you can actually make more managing a McDonald's. And again, that's not to denigrate that kind of work, because you do put a lot of work into that. But you're not risking your life every day. And an average McDonald's general manager in Washington makes $75,000 a year. You can't even, at the top of the salary range for a juvie rehab officer, you can't even get to that. So, yeah, that is one of the first things that it needs to change. The other thing is, I mean, this is not just Washington. This is a nationwide problem. And that's why I just ask, should there be a different way to look at it? Should it always be that in Washington in particular, and just a slight correction from what she said Washington's the only state that offers, for them to stay until 25. Oregon, California, Montana have some variations of that. But should someone be staying in juvenile rehab until the age of 25?
I'm quite sure that there's some reasons why some do. I'll end with this, and this is an evergreen thing that I say a lot of times. Sometimes we don't have maybe the specific issue, like in this case, staffing issues. Sometimes it's not really a staffing issue. Sometimes it's a priorities issue. So when we start to rearrange our priorities and start to think, oh man, when we're bringing on staff to rehabilitate the highest risk youth in this state, we should maybe consider the salary of those people. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I agree. And maybe you're saying, shut up, G. They don't need to make that much money. Okay, I'll be quiet then. So then that's why you have reports, like you just said, where half of them are leaving in their first year of work.
And currently, at the beginning of 2025 at least, Echo Glen had a more than 20% vacancy rate. Green Hill had about a 20% vacancy rate. And other community facilities range from 6% to 27% vacant. So there are always going to be people working there under terrible conditions for horrible pay. And it cannot come as a surprise that half of them leave within the first year. Okay, let's move on, because I'm going to bring joy, I hope. Have you ever heard about this raccoon in Ballard? Of course you have. He's the one with the rare spinal deformity. He's captured the hearts of Seattle and now the entire country, G.
Kind of has some sort of physical abnormality. Kind of looks a little bit like a cryptid, but very cute.
Okay, Jimothy has now become a nationwide sensation.
May I just say something quickly about Jimothy? Hear me out.
He's on The Daily Show.
Jimothy. I with Jimothy. I with him heavy. But I'll tell you what I think Jimothy is. A short king.
became this viral sensation last week, and Jimothy fever is everywhere. You see people scouring Ballard with their phones. They're hoping to see this new masked celebrity. Neighbors are now asking fans to stop trying to track him down and keep his home turf a secret. Let the little guy roam in peace. But Jimothy has already entered the Mariners salmon run at T-Mobile Park, and of course he won. Gee, I know you're just cringing here, but at Electric Tattoo in Ballard, 3 people have already gotten Jimothy permanently linked on their bodies. Mm-hmm. Owner Laura Exley spoke with King 5 and says at least 10 more people are interested.
I think because, he's dealing with life a little bit differently, and he seems to be fine. And I think that resonates with a lot of us. People are looking for some fun and some irreverence, and he's just adorable.
Okay, and because no internet celebrity is complete without a soundtrack, there are actually 3 Jimothy songs. Here's just a taste of one.
Jimothy, oh Jimothy, the finest boy I'll ever see. Please tell me very honestly about your wee deformity. Oh Jimothy, come
okay, G,
with me
weigh in.
on my...
So here's the thing. I mean, first of all, the Gee and Ursula Show just spent way too much sound and time even on the topic of Jimothy. That's number one. Number two, I think it's absolutely just outrageous. Number 3, I love it, though. The reason why I love it is because it gives the state of Washington and our nation an opportunity to choose some joy. You don't have to pick a side on a topic. You don't get to lie about the topic of Jimothy and say where it came from. You don't get to ask where are the parents, where's the mom and dad of Jimothy. It actually gives people an opportunity to choose joy. So even though I think it's corny, and maybe some of you guys think it's corny to talk about, I think it's a great thing to discuss and talk about.
Well, the University of Washington has also awarded Jimothy an honorary doctorate. There is a mural of him hiding beside garbage cans in Ballard. You know what? I think it's awesome. I know that we were joking around about it this morning, but we absolutely need a distraction. We don't have the World Cup anymore. We need a distraction. If you didn't like how much time I spent on telling the story, you'd tell the story. Or we'd move on to something else. But
only you would take that one personal. I'm just making a comment. I literally went through 3 reasons as to why about Jimothy.
But the Seattle Public Library has now put together a Jimothy reading list. So he has his own Wikipedia page. Someone built a Jimothy video game where he raids trash cans and dodges paparazzi. So choose your joy.
Yeah. Again, it gives us everyone an opportunity because, again, some of the news is a little rough these days in Jimothy. And I wonder if there is an actual goal to capture Jimothy. That would be my question. Like, are they just going to leave Jimothy alone and let him kind of just be out there? Or is it some goal to capture him to see, okay, let's technically find out what he's all about?
I don't think there's any surgeries or anything planned. I think he appears doing fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. I hope they leave him be. Mm-hmm. I hope they never capture Jimothy and just don't bring him in to kind of poke and prod. Let Jimothy just live into the world. All right. Coming up next, we at 9:47, we have Would You Rather. But up next, FIFA. There's a couple things that you maybe didn't know about FIFA, but the one thing you do know is how much profit that they've made. We'll talk about it next. Gee and Ursula.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Reutin from the Gee and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the Gee and Ursula YouTube channel.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and Elder Law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, "You're going to be okay. but we have to get through these steps. Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey, when was the last time you inspected your crawl space or your attic? What's the last time you went in there just to see what kind of shape they're in? Oh, never? Yeah, same. I don't want to go in there. Most homeowners completely avoid those areas, but it is important to check on them regularly. It's why you call Crawl Pros. They'll come out and go where you don't want to. Hey, it's Mike Salk here. And yes, when Crawl Pros came out to my place, they realized we had a little problem with our insulation. So they've set about fixing it, and they did a great job. But if you've got the same problem, they'll also look to see what kind of energy rebates are available. Right now, local utility companies are incentivizing homeowners to make their home more energy efficient with proper insulation. And some homes qualify for several $1,000s in savings with these utility rebate programs. So don't just assume your crawl space and attic are in great condition. Do what I did. Call Crawl Pros today and schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection and find out if you've got water intrusion, mold, rodent issues, or even damaged insulation. Schedule your crawl space and attic inspection at crawlpros.com.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
Summer is for letting it rip.
Swung on and missed, ripped it right by it. 7 scoreless innings. Marvelous Miller again.
Summer is for showing out.
Swing and a miss. Woo, 6 up and 6 down.
Summer is for Mariners baseball.
Logan Gilbert, he's knocked down a dozen in a row.
So pump your fist, call your favorite Walter, and head to T-Mobile Park, because our pitchers are rolling. From George Kirby to Senor Smoke.
Up in the attic at 101. Nothing but the express tonight for Andres Munoz.
Matilda would be proud. Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
The Mariners homestand continues this week with a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. And tomorrow and Tuesday are value games, which means you can score seats for less than $12. Plus, tomorrow is Mariners Crossbody Bag Night presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
Your VA loan and reverse mortgage experts for 34 years. Best Mortgage is proud to be the longest-running mortgage company on KIRO Radio. Get a no-pressure consultation from a real person, never an AI bot. Web search Best Mortgage for honest advice you can trust.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The Whatcom County man attacked by a bison in Yellowstone National Park is up and walking. Carl McDaniel of Kendall, east of Bellingham, broke his femur in 4 places when the animal tossed him in the air 10 days ago.
It picked a target. That target happened to be me. He just kept coming and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air.
McDaniel talked with KTVQ from his hospital bed in Billings. Last week, the national park officials said the bull bison will not be euthanized or removed from the park. Several cat owners in Kent say their pets were recently mutilated and dismembered. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss talked to some of them.
Lorraine Vandeventer says her 11-year-old Andy was a lovable indoor-outdoor tabby who suddenly disappeared about 3 weeks ago.
About 3 days go by, no cat.
She says her grandson then made a gruesome discovery with the remains of Andy found in their yard.
The collar was sitting in there, cut, definitely cut.
Pet owners say they have contacted Kent PD and King County Animal Control. We've also reached out to them about those reports and any possible investigations, and we are waiting to hear back.
A judge has sided with Washington State in its effort to stop Kalshi from offering online event betting. Attorney General Nick Brown says the company's prediction markets amount to illegal gambling because users risk money on uncertain outcomes in exchange for payouts. Kalshi can respond before the court issues a final order next month. Meanwhile, a federal judge on Monday ordered Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery to halt their $81 billion merger for at least 2 weeks.
12 states, including Washington, sued to block Paramount's pending buyout of Warner last week, alleging that such a combination would extinguish competition in Hollywood and lead to fewer choices for consumers, particularly moviegoers and cable customers across the U.S. The state's top prosecutors called on Warner and Paramount to not close the transaction until after a court had time to fully evaluate their claims. There's a hearing set for August 3rd. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
The Seahawks are getting the hard knocks treatment.
You have done it through our mentality of every freaking day.
HBO says its popular NFL documentary series will premiere its Seattle edition on August 4th, with new episodes following each week through the season finale in September. Cameras will capture the team's training camp, giving fans an inside look at the defending Super Bowl champions as they prepare for another title run. And now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. It's about 15-minute delay still on westbound I-90 as you get through Issaquah this morning. 405 is looking good now that that crash has cleared. It's about 50 minutes from Renton to Bellevue. Fuel up to Renton will take you at least 40 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle is under an hour right now. And it's still a struggle if you're from the north end, an hour and a half from Everett to Seattle. Now to your temperatures for today. It is going to be hot and hazy. Temperatures are going to reach 90 degrees in Seattle. We'll have a lot of moderate air quality, but it's very important for sensitive groups. They should limit their outdoor activity today. Right now, it's about 72 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. And the World Cup is over. As you know, the receipts have come in. And FIFA reported netting $9 billion in profit from this year's games, thanks to the United States and cities like Seattle, who ended up shelling out the money for operating costs. So you are the one who sent this article to us this morning. And I was just curious, since you were also involved with World Cup, what was your reaction?
I wasn't shocked by the profit. I think my reaction, I'll take that back. The first reaction, like you just said, it is the most lucrative amount of money made in any sporting event in the history of all sports. So that stood out to me. But then when I started to dig into this thing, whoa, first, did you know that FIFA was a nonprofit? Whoa.
Yeah, under Swiss law, right?
Didn't know that. That was something. And then another thing that stood out to me, like I didn't really know a lot of this stuff, but like this whole idea. Have you guys heard about how maybe FIFA they felt like they were cheating for Argentina, and because Argentina was allowed to do all these kind of things? I don't know if that's really true, because FIFA is ran really by the members, which is 211 member countries. So therefore, all of them have a vote to make sure and whether the president, Gianni Infantino, can keep his job. So it's not like you're going to do something crazy, because you still have to get that vote. So in this case, England, who made it far, and some of the other teams that didn't make it that far, Ursula, they still split up the money. So here's my takeaway, and I'll ask you this. The games went from 32 teams, right? I think it was to 48 teams and 64 teams. There was 102 matches being played. Are they growing the game, or more concerned with growing the paycheck?
Well, supposedly as a nonprofit, that money is going to go right into more programs and supporting matches and et cetera, et cetera. But the reason why, and I say et cetera, because the reason why we feel a certain way, I'm going to speak for myself, is because FIFA has had a history of controversial decisions, corruption, scandals. And one of them, remember when FIFA decided to award the 2022 World Cup to Qatar. There were allegations also back in 2015 when they were talking about bribery for media and marketing rights, kickbacks, money laundering, wire fraud, racketeering. Again, this is a nonprofit.
Yeah, total witch hunt. Total witch hunt. There's a lot of.
Okay, I know. I'm looking at you like, huh?
Well, you don't have an answer. You just say it was a witch hunt, and then you can just kind of move away from that.
Yeah.
And by the way, FIFA. I know somebody's gonna take this wrong, but just sometimes it's like, I've been to churches before, Ursula. Like when I was growing up, and they always had a building fund, and the building still to this day still hasn't been built yet, but they had the building fund, and so often around they just pass that plate around the entire time, right? That's what FIFA does. They pass the plate around. Everybody puts in their money. You know what I'm saying? They come to cities and they say, hey, city, we're going to have a big block party here in your city. We're going to have a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, there's right now all the positive things that's going to be happening in Seattle, and we're going to make all the money, and then we're going to leave your city.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys pay for the party, and then at the end,
and then they get credit.
Right, because right now, this morning on SMN, they talked about the dating scene here in Seattle, how there's been positive vibes. Singles are talking about the dating scene has been that much better because of the World Cup.
I mean, there were all sorts of benefits, but here's the question. Seattle, the state legislature, and Sound Transit and other public entities spent about $120 million to host the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Congress spent $625 million on the World Cup, mostly on security grants to the 11 U.S. host regions. So, again, while we're stuck paying the bills, FIFA says, as a nonprofit, we are profiting, having net profit of $9 billion. I'm curious how that makes you feel. Like I said, I think there were so many benefits of hosting the event in Seattle.
If there's one,
it just generated so much enthusiasm.
I agree. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it is okay whether you're FIFA, $9 billion, president, $2+ billion. It doesn't matter. Everybody is into folks making money. And that's the beautiful thing right now.
Certain folks making money. Because, good Lord, if you're going to get free lunches to everybody, there's going to be outrage.
Just depends on who. It just depends on who.
Is this like the one emperor's new clothes topic for politicians, too? Because they all have to pretend like, Katie Wilson, I love it. I love the World Cup here. And like a lot of these politicians are saying the same things behind closed doors that we're saying on this show, but they can't say it out loud.
It's funny you say that. It's so funny that you say that. The chef just hit it. The conversations that I've had behind closed doors.
Well, give us a hint. You don't have to say who.
That is beautiful. That is amazing. It is fantastic. They came here. They threw
You're
a
no
party.
longer waiting for a paycheck. Let it loose.
Wait.
Yeah. You're thinking maybe other.
I just.
Oh man, you are beholden to FIFA. Sheesh. Okay, I'll say it.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time for people to feel okay about that particular organization, given the scandals that they've been involved with in the past. However, you can't deny that some people are really benefited from having World Cup here. Not everybody, because we hear, not just the international district, but others on our text line saying this actually killed my business.
Yeah.
And I feel horrible for them because a lot of people were thinking that this was going to be the boost they need.
Can I just take this time to give a shout out to all of the volunteers that were
1,000%.
that helped make things possible. All the volunteers.
Yeah. Remember, my husband, Mark, wanted to volunteer. He was willing to take some vacation time to volunteer.
Thousands of volunteers did so great. And the reason why I'm being serious, I want to just say you volunteers are amazing.
They should have been paid.
You guys helped. Right? When you think about the $9 billion in profit, I want you never to forget about the amazing volunteers.
I'm hearing you emphasize it. I'm just going to fill in
that possible.
I don't think you guys understand the profit margin that FIFA operates. Like $9 billion, there's no way they could have paid. They couldn't have. They're like grocery stores. It's non-profit. They're not showing a profit.
And this is why we feel complicated about this.
In Switzerland, you for sure don't have to show nothing.
I know. I was going to say, when you want money to go missing or go hidden, Switzerland.
Good stuff. All right. Coming up, maybe we'll do a World Cup edition. Coming up next, we'll do a little Would You Rather. Gee and Ursula.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renter's Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Don't wait, insulate. Last year, American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $2 million in insulation rebates from PSE, more than any provider in the state. If your home was built before 1990, you're eligible for recouping up to 95% of insulation replacement costs. Insulate with American Crawl Space and keep your home warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add Wireless Connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
We've all been there. Check engine light comes on, your car needs some help, but you can't get into the shop or dealership for weeks. That's when you head right to Bucky's Complete Auto Care. This is Sully. You don't need an appointment. I had an AC issue and I didn't want to wait. I hit the Buc-ee's in Linwood, in and out in 3 hours. Diagnostics done, issue fixed, no upsell, 16 convenient locations, easy financing, family owned since 1970. Check out Buc-ee's.com and drive with confidence. That's Buc-ee's.com.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Step inside and let the excitement take you places. This is Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the ultimate spot for action that reaches incredible heights, luxury that knows no bounds, and live entertainment that always thrills. It's all at one incredible destination. So when you look for the best, look nowhere else. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest.
Muckleshoot.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to you. Let's get to the game, sweeping the nation in the land. Would you rather? I always put extra on it, by the way. Here we go. Would you rather have the World Cup come to your city and make billions for the local economy, or have ticket prices cut in half so more everyday fans can actually go attend the match?
I want both. I know that's not would you rather. Okay, sorry. What I care about, more fans being able to get in. Well, but then I'm being selfish because that's not going to help a lot of the businesses. I'm sticking with more fans.
I'm going with more fans. Because I think that those are once in a lifetime type things, and I think that when you get in those type of environments, I don't know. I think you think bigger. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm gonna go fans. All right. Would you rather FIFA make record profits that help fund soccer all around the world, or cap its profits so host cities and taxpayers keep more of the money?
I'm going with latter. Cap the profits, okay, which is going to sound like I'm anti-capitalist. But anyway, cap the profits. And the reason I say that is because I think local can do better than FIFA when it comes to helping people. Not just people with soccer programs, but people who have other issues.
That's an evergreen statement that can be applied to a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Love that answer. That was good stuff right there. I'm with you. I'm on the ladder on that one as well. This is where it gets spicy. Would you rather, actually pretty easy, would you rather see the luxury suites, because you guys know on TV, we see the luxury suites with celebrities and influencers. Would you rather see those suites packed with the celebrities and influencers, or have those seats filled with diehard fans who saved for years to be there?
Oh,
That
of
was pretty
course.
easy.
Diehard fans, yeah. I don't need to see another celebrity in a suite.
Okay.
Every once in a while, it'd be nice to open them up to other folks who've stuck through thick and thin.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, you need to have the luxury suites there for the rich people so that the ticket prices for the everyday seats can be affordable, because that's what they do, is that the suites pay for the other seats to be affordable, right?
And I know that too,
She's
but I will still go with I don't care about a celebrity in a suite.
Would you rather FIFA focus on making soccer the biggest sport in America, or continue investing in countries where soccer is already a way of life, but they have limited resources?
The latter on this. We've got enough. We've got an abundance of so many things. We don't have to make soccer. And a wise man once told me that soccer will never be as popular as football.
Yep.
Period.
That's exactly what I was about to say again. It just won't. And if anybody's asking me why, some of you soccer purists are going to be upset with me. Ursula,
it's boring.
It's not that I'm not going to say it's
because
boring.
I thought there was moments of excitement.
There were some.
Yes.
But if you want to make this game Americanized and you want America to fall in love with it a lot, then you might have to take one from each player off the pitch. One player from each team off the pitch. So now you can increase the scoring, and then you make the increasing of scoring, I think people will like it. And then I know the tie stuff sometimes, that kind of a thing too. Would you rather have the World Cup create thousands of temporary jobs, or fewer jobs if it meant local businesses made most of the money? Let me say that again. Would you rather the World Cup create thousands of temporary jobs, or fewer jobs if it meant local businesses made most of the money?
I would prefer if FIFA paid their volunteers. But I see that wasn't one of the questions. I'm going to boot that one to you. Gee, what about you? You start.
Temporary jobs. I'd rather FIFA would use that to create a lot of temporary jobs. Chef, you got to answer that one?
Well, when we talk about anything sports related and stadium rated, we always talk about the jobs that it brings, and I'm glad that you pointed out that these are largely temporary or seasonal work positions, and it's through companies like Aramark and Sodexo, which I would say are not very generous with the compensation.
Yes. Would you rather admit the World Cup is ultimately a business that happens to include soccer, or believe it's still mostly about growing the game and bringing the world together? Wait.
Well, I've had to think about certain things. Come on. It's a non-profit, quote unquote, that is making money hand over fist, and it's all about the profit. And I'm going with the former on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Last one. Would you rather players receive massive bonuses for winning the World Cup, or have a portion of that money automatically invested into youth soccer development worldwide?
I'm all about trying to spread the love. I think it would be amazing if you're truly invested and you're truly a nonprofit. I mean, you're going to pay those players really, really well. They're going to do very well. But absolutely, especially underdeveloped countries where soccer could be, such a gateway for a lot of positive things for the youth there. Absolutely.
Gee, you missed the most important question. Would you rather have a root canal once a week for the next year or talk about the World Cup every day?
I'd rather talk about the World Cup every day.
I might go for the root canal.
I ain't taking a root canal. All right, good stuff. We got the 10 o'clock hour coming up, and got a lot of stuff to talk about. Is it time for a new Washington state flag? If so, what symbol would you choose to represent the Evergreen State? Next, Gee and Ursula.
Subscribe to the Jake and Spike YouTube channel and watch live or later.
Did you hear that restaurant in the CID? Conditions are so bad, it is not feasible for them to stay open during the weekdays and only during the weekends.
Crime, street life, drug use. If only there were an elected official.
Like a mayor?
Maybe a council of these elected officials. And maybe these concerns could be brought to them.
This should scare them. I mean, I know we're being tongue-in-cheek.
It should.
Jake and Spike, weekdays noon to 3 on KIRO Newsradio.
Hey, when was the last time you inspected your crawl space or your attic? What's the last time you went in there just to see what kind of shape they're in? Oh, never? Yeah, same. I don't want to go in there. Most homeowners completely avoid those areas, but it is important to check on them regularly. It's why you call Crawl Pros. They'll come out and go where you don't want to. Hey, it's Mike Salk here. And yes, when Crawl Pros came out to my place, they realized we had a little problem with our insulation. So they've set about fixing it, and they did a great job. But if you've got the same problem, they'll also look to see what kind of energy rebates are available. Right now, local utility companies are incentivizing homeowners to make their home more energy efficient with proper insulation. And some homes qualify for several $1,000s in savings with these utility rebate programs. So don't just assume your crawl space and attic are in great condition. Do what I did. Call Crawl Pros today and schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection and find out if you've got water intrusion, mold, rodent issues, or even damaged insulation. Schedule your crawl space and attic inspection at crawlpros.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The U.S. has carried out 10 straight days of airstrikes targeting Iranian sites. President Trump at the White House, hosting Lebanon's president today, told reporters the damage is significant to Iran's defense systems along the coast and aimed at getting the Strait of Hormuz reopened.
Nobody knows, except the Iranians, the damage that we've done to them. We have done damage that will take them 20, 25 years to recover from. So if we left tomorrow, we had a big success, but we're not leaving tomorrow.
The president also says Iran will pay a big price for the strikes at a U.S. base in Jordan Friday that killed 2 U.S. service members. The FDA still trying to confirm the source of the cyclosporiasis outbreak across states in the U.S. That investigation focusing on lettuce and testing samples from Taylor Farms sourced in Mexico. The company issuing a recall out of an abundance of caution. And Tropical Storm Bertha churning in the Gulf expected to make landfall tomorrow. This is ABC News. A 34-year-old woman in Australia has conceived and delivered identical quadruplets without the help of fertility treatments. The odds for such a birth are 1 in 15 million. Dr. Alexis Bendall is an obstetrician at Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital. She says she's honored to be part of the amazing births.
One fertilized egg that then splits not once, not twice, but 3 times into 4 different babies who then share a placenta. That is just incredible.
President Trump said he had a very good conversation with the new British Prime Minister Andy Burnham, adding the 2 leaders will meet in the not-too-distant future to discuss topics of mutual interest. Here's ABC's Guy Davies.
There are enormous challenges. I mean, economic and security and this general sense of lack of trust in the main political parties, the Labour Party and the Conservative Party.
Andy Burnham is the UK's 7th Prime Minister in a decade. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
The Seattle Police Department is facing a new staffing challenge. More on that, but first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. The roads are making some progress right now. 405 is looking much better. It'll take you at least 50 minutes from Renton to Bellevue. Puyallup to Renton, that drive, 40 minutes. Better way to Seattle right now is at least 35 minutes. It's still bumper to bumper from the beginning of Boeing Field to the West Seattle Bridge. North End, it's still struggling, but a slight improvement. It'll take you at least 55 minutes right now from Everett to Seattle. This traffic report is brought to you by the Seattle Mariners. Don't miss the biggest event of the year at T-Mobile Park, 50 Season Celebration Night on August 8th, presented by Doctronics. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Seattle police lost 18 officers in June, its worst month of the year by a wide margin. According to a department staffing document obtained by the Jason Ranch Show on Seattle Red 770 AM, SBD has recorded 62 separations so far in 2026 and now projects losing 116 officers this year. That's up sharply from the 89 projected just 1 month ago. Today and tomorrow could be the hottest days of the year in the Seattle area, with temperatures expected to surpass 90 degrees. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports a lack of westerly winds could mean more wildfire smoke from British Columbia.
A heat advisory remains in effect through late Wednesday night with little to no wind, meaning Mother Nature's air conditioner is taking a break. Phil Schwarzenjuber with the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency says you might smell wildfire smoke, but it won't be anywhere near the unhealthy levels we've seen in Spokane and other parts of the country.
A healthy adult should be able to go out and enjoy their day. Right now, it's looking to be in the moderate range.
The National Weather Service says we can expect temperatures up to 90 degrees Tuesday, Wednesday around 92. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
State Route 202 was nearly nearly washed away by flooding over the last year, and now it's time for repairs. The road will be closed just east of the roundabout in Fall City from late Friday night to early Monday morning. The Washington Department of Transportation's Elizabeth Mount says drivers will have a 16-mile detour just to get around the closure.
We really appreciate people understanding the emergency nature of this work and why it needs to happen, and recognize that this is going to put a damper on some people's days with that extra travel time, but it's really important that it gets done.
You can find the detour map and more information on the project at mynorthwest.com. Kitsap County residents could soon have a say in who provides their electricity. The Kitsap Public Utility District is considering whether it should explore taking over electric service from Puget Sound Energy after customers raise concerns about rising power bills. The utility district is gathering public feedback before deciding whether to study the idea further. Supporters say a public utility could offer more local control, while opponents point to the high cost and complexity of buying PSC's electric system. The public listening session is this Thursday at 6 p.m. A few Washington lottery players may want to check their pockets.
I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad.
A Powerball ticket worth $50,000 was sold at the Safeway on South 164th Street in SeaTac after Saturday's drawing. Other weekend winners include a $50,000 Powerball ticket sold in Linwood and a $50,000 Mega Millions prize won in Sunnyside. Now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Prepare for it to hit 90 today in Seattle. Another scorcher is on the way for tomorrow. Seattle is forecast to reach 92 tomorrow. Smoke and haze will linger until the evening. Right now, it's 73 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, Ursula, I teased the wrong thing, and I can't believe I did it. I told everybody we're talking about the state flag, which is going to happen at 11 o'clock, but we're going to be talking about something that on our show we have been talking about for 6.5 years. Mm-hmm. And I just wonder, after you're done setting it up and we're talking about it, I wonder after this if there's anybody that will admit, okay, I'm starting to see the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's get into it. But just a reminder, at 11 o'clock, we will talk about the flag. What do you think should symbolize Washington on if we were to get a new flag? 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Well, let's get to it.
What's new at 10?
So if you have teens at home, you've probably talked to them about drinking and drugs. Maybe you've had the birds and the bees talk. But have you ever spoken to them about gambling? Because if you haven't, you should. And this is something that we have brought up on this show. But sports gambling has essentially taken over for a lot of young people today. And in Washington State, there are more teens who actually say they have gambled in the last month than report using drugs or alcohol. The latest state health youth survey found that 1 in 8 10th graders had gambled in the past month. And again, that's more teens who report gambling than drinking or taking drugs. And the trend is moving in the wrong direction because in 2021, 9% of 10th graders reported gambling. By 2025, that had climbed to nearly 13%. I'm going to argue that those percentages are way low. Mm-hmm. And the kids are not going into the casinos. The casinos are in their phones. And they're betting on sports, on prediction markets like Kalshi, which we just saw has 40 billion. But in the state of Washington, it's banned now.
Yeah, it's going to be banned.
At least coming up in August.
In August.
Yes.
But to add to what you just said,
yeah.
I just want everybody to know, Kalshi took in $40 billion in World Cup bets.
That's astounding. Both astounding and disgusting. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that, though. Have you had a conversation
I hope people are. I don't want to get too drastic about this, but sometimes I try to talk about this, Ursula, in different ways. In my opinion, I believe that this sports gambling problem will get and be in 5-10 years will be how we talked about the opioid epidemic, and we talked about the crack. Like, it is going to be that bad. You know, when we have talked about this before, one of the terms that have been used on our text line is, what about personal responsibility? That has been a topic. And you know what? I wanted to speak to that personal responsibility because I want to tell you a story that just happened to Lillian and I on Friday inside the MGM when we were in Vegas. We were leaving the pool, and Lillian had to go and buy a charger for her Apple Watch because she left it. And so we went and got that. And so we're going through the casino. This guy comes up to us and says, hey, because there's a sports book that's right there. He says, hey, right now, come on over. We will give you $200 to place bets. Wait a minute. Watch this. We will then, if you lose that $200, we will give you a one-time, we'll reboost you again with another $200. Was this through the casino or was this? Yes. Are you serious? Yes, right there in the MGM. We'll give you $200 to sports bet, and then we'll give you a one-time. We'll replenish your bets for $200 again. They're going to get you hooked. And so when we talk about personal responsibility, and we talk about, well, parents, you should be having these conversations. Okay, that's fair. Maybe you should. No doubt about that. But we can't act like that there isn't a business to try to hook you and your child. We can't act like that social media, TV isn't designed to try to hook you. It's no different than the loved one that had a back problem, had back surgery, and they went in like, hey, I just had surgery. I would like to have some relief on that. And then they were prescribed so much, all of a sudden they got an addiction. And we had a problem. That's sports gambling today.
Oh, it is. It is. And I have had, my sons are adults. Y'all know that I enjoy going to Vegas like you do, and I like going to some of the local casinos. But when I talk to my kids about gambling, I say, I know what I have to spend, and I know that I have to be willing to lose it. Right? I mean, and it's an expensive occasional thing to do, but it's something that I would suggest don't ever start. I mean, truly, don't ever start. But it's way too late for these kids who are doing the sports gambling, where when I say kids, they're kids. And I just reached out to one of my sons and I asked him, I said, do you know a lot of people your age who are into the sports gambling? And he says, yeah, I know a ton of them. And he shared that he used to do it on occasion. He says, well, what he says is it's fun to do every once in a while to make events that you wouldn't otherwise have any stake in, more fun to watch. And then he also added companies like Kalshi found a loophole that calls it trading and prediction markets, and it's basically federally regulated gambling. You cannot avoid it now. They're making it impossible. They're saturating, knowing it's a very addictive thing.
What's also wild, like, look, Vegas is Vegas, or the casino here locally, it's a casino. You guys want to allow sports betting? Okay, fine. Lost that. You guys go and do that. What bothers me now is, Ursula, on these money platforms like Robinhood, people who have their stock portfolio on these platforms. You go to check out, hey, I'm going to go check out how my stock portfolio is doing. Check out how Amazon's doing, NVIDIA, or whatever it is that you have. But then down further, you can bet. You have an opportunity to be able to place bets. Like, at what point are we, and I'm glad that Kalshi is going to be banned here in the state of Washington. But again, I'm sure there's going to be some type of fight. It won't be over with yet, because what I am learning is the sports gambling world is winning this deal. They're winning. There's QR codes everywhere. There's an opportunity for you to get $200, and you get to place the free bets everywhere.
It doesn't just start, by the way, with sports gambling. So this starts really, really young with kids.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a child who plays video games, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, Dad, can I have $5 because I want to buy this loot box, in this game. So you paid $5, and then you get this box that'll give you a random prize. It's the same thing as gambling. I got in my first taste of gambling. Yes, my first taste of gambling was, sports trading cards. Now online, they have unboxing videos, where you open up the Pokemon card pack. Like, I never saw in my lifetime somebody pull a Mickey Mantle card out of a pack, but you can watch people do that online. And I am especially disappointed in this state, because a couple of years ago we decided to legalize sports gambling, and if we had said, hey, Washington State wants to allow you to buy fentanyl at the store, right? You can buy special fentanyl stores. It's a personal responsibility thing. Everybody would have been up in arms about that. But we're opening up our kids and everyone to the same dangers of addiction with a different product.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, again, going back to, should you have that conversation with your kids? Yeah, you should, because even though you think, there's no way. Like, what money do they have? If it's not going to be, they're going to find ways to make that money.
Yeah. And, Ursula, I think it's so bad that we're almost beyond that. Like we're at critical crisis levels with this, is because you have the opportunity to sit next to your significant other and just be sitting on a couch on a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there, and you have the ability to gamble away all of your life savings right there on a couch. Mm-hmm. It'd be one thing if you could say, hey, honey, I noticed that you've been gone late at night. Or, hey, I heard so-and-so saw you at the casino. Or, hey, you've been flying to Vegas. Like, I can see those signs. But there's no signs to this. You could be just sitting there on the couch.
Too easy.
And lose it all. We're not going to put any safeguards. We're just going to say, hey, that's personal responsibility?
Yeah.
Gee, have you ever heard the quote, the standard you walk past is the standard you accept?
No.
Because you go into a game right now, a sports game, you just see the gaming odds, the betting commercials, the parlays.
Well, so
Mike in Edmonds was saying, no cash involved, cards only, no windows, no clocks inside. The day never ends. I mean, yeah, that's a casino, but now you got it in your home.
Oh, by the way, you know what I saw? Maybe you all have seen this. This is the first time I've seen it at the MGM as well. You have where the casino, so whether it's blackjack, all the different card games are being played, and they're doing it live. So the dealers are doing it, and they have a camera, and so people can online view the real dealer in real time. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, So you have a blackjack table, you have a roulette table, you have different tables that nobody's in the room, just the dealers themselves. They're on camera, and then other people have logged in to bet live. So they don't have to come to Vegas. They can just do it right from their home, and they're right there with the real dealer.
I'm curious if you listening right now either know of someone or you are kind of into this sports gambling thing and are feeling like, okay, it's getting out of control. Text us, anonymous, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. I mean, I know that every time this topic comes up, you get really worked up, G, and I'm guessing that you've seen some lives ruined.
Yes. And this is the reason why I get worked up. I get worked up because there's this thing that I've come to see, Ursula, and learn in my life. First, there's never enough money. What I'm saying is if you make $1,000, you want $2. If you make $2,000, you want $4. You will never get to the point where you're like, okay, that's enough. That's number one. Number two, what's new for me today that's different is this report that just came out 5 hours ago by Yahoo Finance. And Kalshi took in $40 billion in World Cup bets. So what that screams to me, and I'm not trying to just put this on a whole generational thing, that's not boomers and Gen X. Oh, no, it's Kalshi. That right there is our young generation betting. So when you guys talk about parents and you talk about personal responsibility, those are the parents right there. Those are the new, young, up-and-coming parents that are coming up with $40 billion in World Cup wagers.
Gee, and just got a text. I have Robinhood and saw the new event trading feature. I'm a woman in my mid-50s, and last fall I started betting on random football games. My husband would walk into the room and ask, "Why are you watching a random football game?"
Yep. As my son said, events that you wouldn't otherwise have any stake in become more interesting.
And I know, you know what, Ursula, the thing is that you might have amazing willpower with some things. And you know what? You might say, gee, Ursula, what are you guys talking about? I gambled last year about 6 times.
Yeah,
and
after I spent $20, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's awesome.
Some people use drugs responsibly.
Some people don't have that ability. Some people get hooked. No, that's real deal.
No,
some people can try it once
they could do
or
one
twice.
and done.
Some people try it once, and it's the kiss of death.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
All right, we talked a lot about gambling.
I'm gonna try to find some good news this morning, and let me take a sip. Hang on a second.
Hey, I know where you're going with this.
Okay,
I know where you're going.
There's great news this morning for coffee drinkers.
Let's go.
So the American Heart Association says drinking up to 5 cups of coffee a day is safe for most adults. And there might even be added benefits. You could lower the risk of stroke. This is not what I was expecting. Heart failure and type 2 diabetes. So regular coffee drinkers were associated with a 20 to 30% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And one recent trial found daily coffee reduced the chance of an irregular heart rhythm, returning by 39% in some patients. But there is a catch because they say how you brew it matters. The potential heart benefits apply mostly to the paper-filtered or instant coffee. In other words, French press, espresso, and Turkish coffee contain more of the natural compound that can raise your bad cholesterol. So they're also warning against energy drinks.
Agree. Yeah. Agree.
I agree with that.
Agree with that. Yep.
And also your genetics will determine how quickly your body processes caffeine. So 5 cups may be fine for one person and a nightmare for others. I would put myself, I can't do 5. I can do 1.
Right now, I do, depending on the day, easy 4. Sometimes it might be 5 a day. So far this morning, I've had 3. I think I'm cooked. I think I'm done. But I don't want anybody to, from here on out, nobody say that G is addicted to coffee. This is part of my wellness plan, okay? This is what the doctor ordered, to stay on the coffee. And by the way, also, you didn't also mention that people that drink the caramel frappuccinos and the extra drizzle and the desserts and all that. By the way, I just want to tell you, did I tell you about what Lillian had me do? Go order some coffee the other day?
No, what did she do?
No.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So she was the reason why I had to stand in line, because with the mobile order at the Starbucks, I couldn't just put this in there. And here's our order. I'll have a Venti Ice Quad Espresso with extra ice, 3 pumps of white chocolate mocha, and a splash of vanilla sweet cream. I didn't know how to put that into the mobile app. So I had to wait in a long line.
Sometimes it's better you just say it directly.
Because, you know, I do the Americano.
Oh, yeah.
It would have taken me years. Figure that out. Anyway, I just want to shout out everybody with a long coffee order.
Uh-huh.
Ursula, you got some coffee today?
I do.
Yeah.
Actually.
Coffee.
It's good. Our coffee machine back there slaps,
for sure.
as they say.
So, wow. You said slaps earlier today. Katrina had a sound of a lady saying no cap. I said, what was that?
What is happening?
Okay, so I'm super excited about what's coming up next because we have a 13-year-old listener of the Gee and Ursula Show. And he's going to join us next. Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, where you turn for the news you depend on.
A political shakeup for Democrats that represent Seattle.
Traffic.
Right now, Auburn to Renton at 25 minutes. That's a good 10-minute delay.
Conversation.
3 people on the floor can't cover 20 aisles of plexiglass. They're doing their best. It just doesn't work.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
And the party begins.
Broadcasting live from the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories. Like Kate, who was off on a long road trip with her best friend when the dash lit up like a game show. They find the nearest Les Schwab. Turns out they really needed an oil change. It was done in a flash. Road trip saved. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires. Our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
When Dennis suggested retirement planning to his wife, Linda, she had the same reaction lots of people do.
We really need it.
Then they attended a free seminar with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich at LifePoint Law.
He asked me, what do you want? And he truly listened. And at the end of it, it was like, we need to do this.
There are many people on the radio that speak about many things. And when we got here and actually worked with the team that Rajiv has put together, it turns out that it is not just talk, it is action.
And in the worst case?
I said to him, if something happens to Dennis, what would I do exactly? And he said, you pick up the phone and you call Rajiv or you call me. And that right there was like peace of mind.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way on August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
There's a sink at the brink and a drain that's a pain.
DayandNight.net. Slow drain? Backed up toilet? Call Day and Night to save $100 off any drain cleaning.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating.
From a slow drain to a major backup, no drain is too big or too small. Whether we're your first choice or smart second opinion, I guarantee our experts will solve any drain problem, day or night.
Now get $100 off any drain cleaning. DayandNight.net.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into video only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Nothing worse than clutter. With Closets by Design, everything will finally have its place. 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months 0% financing on approved credit if paid in full. ClosetsByDesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. More than a week after he was tossed into the air by a bison in Yellowstone National Park, a Washington man is talking about the ordeal from his hospital bed.
It picked a target. That target happened to be me.
From there, all McDaniel could do was run.
He just kept coming and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air. Even though I was on the ground, he could have stomped me, he could have gored me, could have done anything.
A situation McDaniel is thankful wasn't worse, and one that Zoo Montana Assistant Curator Allison Wilborn says was unavoidable.
I don't think he did anything wrong at all, and he was just caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's reporter Charlie Kleps of KTVQ in Billings, Montana. The 65-year-old Carl McDaniel broke his femur in 4 different places. He's up and walking short distances following that surgery. Meanwhile, in other animal news, Seattle's newest local icon, Jimothy the raccoon, is about to get the royal treatment. City Councilmember Alex Mercedes Rink says you can celebrate the majestic Jimothy Sunday, July 26, starting at noon at Bergen Place Park in Ballard with a Jimothy-themed art competition for local artists. Now, several cat owners in Kent say their pets were recently mutilated and dismembered. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss talked to some of them.
Lorraine Vandeventer says her 11-year-old Andy was a lovable indoor-outdoor tabby who suddenly disappeared about 3 weeks ago.
About 3 days go by, no cat.
She says her grandson then made a gruesome discovery with the remains of Andy found in their yard.
The collar was sitting in there, cut, definitely cut.
Pet owners say they have contacted Kent PD and King County Animal Control. We've also reached out to them about those reports and any possible investigations, and we are waiting to hear back.
A judge has sided with Washington State in its effort to stop Kalshi from offering online event betting. Attorney General Nick Brown says the company's prediction markets amount to illegal gambling because users risk money on uncertain outcomes in exchanges for payouts. Kalshi can respond before the court issues a final order next month. Meanwhile, a federal judge on Monday ordered Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery to halt their $81 billion merger for at least 2 weeks.
12 states, including Washington, sued to block Paramount's pending buyout of Warner last week, alleging that such a combination would extinguish competition in Hollywood and lead to fewer choices for consumers, particularly moviegoers and cable customers across the U.S. The state's top prosecutors called on Warner and Paramount to not close the transaction until after a court had time to fully evaluate their claims. There's a hearing set for August 3rd. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Seahawks fans will get a behind-the-scenes look at the team this summer.
Let's do what we do, baby. Let's spin. Let's go.
HBO has announced a new premiere date for its Hard Knocks series featuring Seattle's training camp. The 5-episode series will debut next month on August 4th. Follow the Seahawks as they prepare for the 2026 NFL season. And now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. It's still about 50 minutes from Renton to Bellevue. If you're commuting from Puyallup to Renton, it'll take you at least 35. Federal Way to Seattle, much better right now. Smooth 30 minutes, and it's still bumper to bumper as you're passing through the West Seattle Bridge, but it's getting better. If you're coming from the north end, it's about 40 minutes right now from Everett to Seattle. This traffic report is brought to you by Harborstone Credit Union. Earn up to $30 per month just for using your Harborstone PNW cashback debit card. Open your free checking account online today at harborstone.com/cash. For your forecast, heat and haze as Seattle climbs to 90 degrees. Air quality concerns are highest today near the foothills, Cascades, and north of Snohomish County. Right now, it's about 75 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Over the weekend, Gee, I saw a headline that made me think. Everyone has a story about the stick shift car that they've driven. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the stick shift is almost dead. Fewer than 1% of new vehicles made for the U.S. market last year had a manual transmission. That is down from nearly 35% in 1980.
Right.
So this is coming from the Washington Post. And basically, it's a whole lot easier to drive an automatic.
Mm-hmm.
They also get better gas mileage. But I always thought there was good gas mileage with the stick. But anyway, they're easier to drive in traffic, and SUVs dominate the market, and most of them don't even offer a manual. So I'm just curious, though. I could give you all sorts of statistics, but I want to know, what is your stick shift story?
I have two decent ones.
Uh-huh.
The first time I learned to drive a stick shift was when my buddy's parents went out of town. I was home for the weekend, and his parents were out of town, and they have a stick shift. And he was like, man, Gee, I don't know how to drive it. And I was like, I don't know how to drive it either. I said, but I'm going to get a ride to your house, and we're going to figure that thing out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Got a ride to the house, and the first hour was awful. Tore that thing up, but it didn't break. It kept going, and I learned how to drive a stick shift that way. Now, you would think that something like that, doing that experience, that probably would never happen again. Well, my whole idea when Baby G was ready to get a license is I didn't want him texting and driving. So my idea was to buy him a manual, so then it would be harder to text and drive. So he was working at the Seahawks facility at the time. I got the car, drove it up to the facility. He was at work and brought him outside and said, hey, man, you need to figure out how – this is just such a true story.
You're so funny.
But
that's actually smart.
My parenting skills, I question to this day. I said, you can here's a parking lot. Everybody's going to be gone. You can learn in the parking lot. And I gave him some simple instructions. And he made it home. And then when he got home, I really taught him again in the parking lot. And that's how he learned how to drive it. So that's my manual stories.
Okay, I love that. I'm going to make a sweeping statement, which you know I don't often do.
Ooh.
But I think there's something really sexy about driving a stick shift.
Other people driving a stick shift?
I kind of know if
other
you're gonna,
people.
I kind of
know
driving
if
you make a sweeping statement where it's going.
You weren't seeing that one.
No. What was that about?
I don't know. And maybe it's like all about the timing. It's all about, it being able to kind of maneuver all those different things.
Intimate control and mastery of a machine.
I gotta tell you all this. I used to make fun of a lot of folks that I've known here in the Pacific Northwest not knowing how to drive a stick shift. I'm like, why is that? I apologize. Because had I lived here, I would have never learned either.
Mm-hmm.
The hills. Where I'm from in the Midwest, life's different. It's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Here, all nightmare.
It would be a nightmare.
Nightmare.
Okay, you know what would have been a real nightmare?
Huh.
So my only stick shift car was the first car that I bought for myself. I've told you all the story about having to pay my way through college.
Okay.
I moved out of the house when I was 19, was paying my way through the University of Oregon, had multiple jobs, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But my first car, I needed a car eventually to get to my job selling jeans. And I got a Datsun B210 stick shift, white car with a blue door.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to buy it for under $500. Now that car would have never made it in Seattle's hills.
Why?
It barely made it to my internship at the TV
You just
station.
put the e-brake on.
Oh, dear
Just
Lord.
Put the e-brake on. And,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
and I taught myself how to drive a stick shift.
Mm.
And maybe the reason why I think it's really sexy to drive a stick shift
Yes, please tell me.
is because I never mastered it. And so I was I just never got the hang of it. I know I was probably, thank God it was a crummy car. And I can learn things really fast, a lot of things really fast. But I never quite got the stick shift.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe it was also a crappy car, but the people who I've driven with who just make it look very easy, there's something very attractive about that.
Wow.
I know. I made both of you guys really uncomfortable.
You know what it's like? It's like watching a really good drummer.
Yes.
Right? Because you have
find that
this
very
ultimate
attractive.
control over every limb of your body,
Yes.
moving in concert, rhythm, in symphony with this powerful machine.
Yes, and somehow you're able to put it together and make it work.
I'm good.
Okay, am I crazy? Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. 888.
Is there anyone? Ursula made a sweeping statement. Is there anyone that would
Who
like
can disagree?
to? No, maybe agree with Ursula that seeing someone drive a manual. What'd you say? I don't want to put words in your mouth. What'd you say?
Estella in Tacoma. I didn't even have to look far.
What'd she say?
She said, I agree with Ursula. I love driving the stick shift, and a man who knows how to drive one, bonus. Thank goodness I have one of those. There you go.
Wait. So, ladies,
a man who drives a stick shift.
Ladies, you guys would judge a man that can't drive a manual?
Of course.
No, that's not what we said. I
Of
said extra
course.
bonus points if you can drive one.
So you wouldn't judge a man if he can't drive a stick shift?
What? Only less than 1% of new vehicles in this market are stick. So we would be losing out on a lot of men if that was a part of the criteria. I'm just saying, added bonus if you can show that you drive a stick.
Carrie in Bonnie Lake says, I agree with Ursula.
Thank you.
Shazam.
What about if a man doesn't know how to change his own tire?
Why? That's another. Wait, what? No.
Yeah, like the guy who gets out there, changes his own tire.
It's very attractive to me when someone just jumps out of
The
the car
lug nuts, just
hey,
cranking that thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Extra bonus points if you,
know
can
what?
change tires.
I just learned something today. It's at the point you guys agree with Ursula on every damn thing. Folks are
Karen, the
texting
cleaning
me.
lady.
Oh my
Ursula,
gosh.
same goes true for shifting a motorcycle.
Oh
there
my
you
gosh. This, I'm getting out of this segment. This scenario's next.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
this is Lynn. She's always been active, maybe a little too active back in the day.
When I was 19 years old and immortal, I stripped out all my ligament and I had to have 6 knee surgeries, and that's on my right knee. And then my left knee finally gave out and had a torn meniscus.
Years of pain followed until she saw Dr. Mark Wagner at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
I'm 4 months out and I have no pain in my knees, and I have had knee pain my whole life. I have no concept of what it was like without pain. It's a miracle. I'm totally thrilled.
No pain, no limits.
Dr. Wagner gave me the green light to ski again this year. I'm like, that's incredible. So I'm just so excited.
After years of surgeries and setbacks, Lynn finally got her freedom back.
I think he saved my legs, so saved my knees, and gave me at least another 10, 15 years to do what I wanted to.
If joint pain is holding you back, find out what stem cell therapy could do for you with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine. Schedule your consultation at drmarkwagnermd.com.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY, and I want to talk to you about baseball. It's game day. The stadium roof is open. Our club's putting up a fight. They're cold brews in hand. But outside, the police are getting ready to spot fans trying to steal their home base. You're out. Maybe the night threw you a curveball. An officer made an error. Or perhaps the bases weren't the only thing loaded. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know it's not 3 strikes, it's 1 strike. And you're facing the Grand Slammer. 1-800-DUI-AWAY is here to help, even if we have to go into overtime. So call 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Or go to 1-800-DUIAWAY.com to set up your free private consultation. When you're on defense, it's full count, bottom of the ninth. You want your closing pitcher on the mound. 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
1-800-DUI-AWAY.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Well, I tell you what, you never know what you guys going to text in about. Boy. What a lot of text messages.
So far, everyone agreeing with me.
Yep.
You never knew that about the stick shift.
Yep. Scenarios.
Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I'm currently on vacation with my partner. Now, we've been planning this trip for months. Flights, hotel, we've been doing some daily excursions, the whole thing. We're only on day 2 of this 7-day vacation. I happen to glance over and see that my partner is texting their ex. Not just the name, they're having an actual conversation. Now, I have a decision to make. A, do I confront them immediately, even if it blows up the vacation, and make things a little bit awkward and maybe turns the next 5 days into absolute misery? Or B, I keep my mouth shut smile through the dinners, the beach days, the pictures, the excursions, and wait until we get home to have this conversation. 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you're up to bat first.
How long have they been in a relationship?
It doesn't say.
Okay, well, regardless.
Yeah.
I would say that you saw it, and it's going to bother you the entire vacation. So the idea that you're going to be able to forget about it over the vacation, I think, unless you really thought you could, then you'd wait. But if you can't and it's going to kind of cloud everything, then I would have a calm conversation, a non-accusatory conversation, but say, hey, I noticed this and, I just was curious, blah, blah, blah. And G's like, oh, heck no. If it bothers you, are you going to be able to set it aside for the rest of the vacation? I don't know enough about this person.
Yeah.
Because if you could, I would say enjoy the vacation and bring it up afterward.
That's what I'm just going to suggest that. Like I said, I don't know the person, but you saw a conversation that was being texted between him and the ex. Wait till after vacation. If you can, wait till after vacation, because I don't know what your tone might be. Is it going to be accusatory? Is it going to be just curious? Like, hey, I see you texting your ex. What are you guys talking about? Who knows where that's going to lead to? If you can, hold tight and wait till after vacation, Ursula. Hold tight.
This is crazy. I get what you're saying, Angie, but this reminds me of like the couples. Like there's that one person in the couple who they're just waiting for their lawyer to drop the papers, right? And you got to pretend everything's okay. Like, oh, I got the evidence of her cheating, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit on it until I get all the evidence. The lawyer fight. How do you operate in a relationship like that? Just bring it up.
I think it would be too hard.
Bring it up.
Not to bring it up. Unless you already thought, hey, I'm going to break up with this person anyway, and I'm going to enjoy my vacation, and then use this as a reason why.
I believe, whether it's this or something else, right? I believe that everyone has in their lifetime decided to, I'm not going to bring this up at dinner or vacation. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can just hold this until later to keep the vacation or keep the dinner, whatever it is that you're doing, flowing and going. Depends on what it is, though.
Exactly. It depends on what it is. It depends on what you saw. It depends on how long you've been in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I'm always one for nip it in the bud. Have that conversation now.
Yeah.
Then you can decide, because otherwise your day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and 7 are all going to be consumed by you thinking about, well, what was that? And then you're going to think he's just a sneak, and you're going to be bitter about him. Yeah. I say it's always better to just say what you need to say now.
I know you do. You on day 2 of a 7-day
vacation.
That's going to be hard and miserable. All right. Scenarios, I think we're all on the same page on that. I want to address these text messages that are coming in. Adolfo in the 360. By the way, if you guys missed it, Ursula, what'd you say again?
I said I find something very sexy about men who drive stick shifts. And I will also say, I think it's very attractive if a woman drives a stick shift. I just didn't drive it that smoothly, but I am impressed when someone can drive a stick shift.
Yeah,
but I use the word sexy, men.
Right, men, sexy. And Adolfo, the 360 text in, does his count. He sent you a picture of his work truck. And you could tell it's in real time. And by the way, he's a real P1. Because he has 97.3 on the radio, Adolfo does, and it's P1. It's typed right in, right? This is the first station. Shout out to you, Adolfo.
Yeah, but Ursula,
and you drink a lot of coffee too, Adolfo. I can see that as well.
When Ursula says she finds a man driving a stick shift sexy, I don't think she's talking about like a guy in like, landscaping vehicle, just kind of.
How do you know?
I don't know. Is it the same if it's a big rig? Big rig or sports car?
I didn't
Any
get that
kind of stick
commercial.
shift?
I didn't
just
get
said
that.
stick shift in general.
I think yes, Adolfo. That counts, bruh.
Yeah, no, Adolfo.
Okay.
I need to know more. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around. You know.
Show me the rest of the picture. What else is in that photo?
You know I'm happily married. Come on.
Don't just tease me with your stick shift.
Oh my God. Oh boy.
Oh, we cooked ourselves out of this segment.
I know. You know how many women are texting in though and talking about their own stick shift memories? Robin in the 206 says she also learned in a Datsun B210 back in Alaska in the early 80s. Then Sean Urquhart, former King County Sheriff. Stick shift sexy? Now you tell me? P.S. My first car, 3 on the tree. You don't hear that anymore.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that means. I hope I didn't embarrass myself.
I was thinking about something just now. And I was thinking about drive-in movie theaters. Should those come back or should they forever just go away?
I mean,
wait, what?
Drive-in movie theaters.
Yes.
Should they come back or should they forever be gone?
I mean, the theme hasn't changed. It's just be drive-in theaters. Now it's Netflix and chill.
Because someone was saying that I said nip it in the butt. No, I didn't. I said nip it in the bud.
I actually thought you said butt. We're out of this segment. We're out of here. We're totally cooked. All right. Remember, I messed up earlier in the show. I thought we were getting ready to talk about the new Washington state flag and if it was time for one. If so, what symbol would you choose to represent the Evergreen State? We'll do that next. Gee and Ursula.
Les Schwab Tires has always believed that taking care of people is the right thing to do. Today, that means more than trusted service. It means delivering real value, too. That's why we're lowering prices on hundreds of tires without changing the service and expertise you've always counted on. Consumer Reports named Les Schwab the best tire retailer for 2026. We'll keep working every day to earn your trust. See leschwab.com for details.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey, it's Jason Rantz. If your air conditioner is barely hanging on, CM Heating has one of the best offers I've heard this summer. Right now, you can get any size high-efficiency AC system for just $179.99 a month with zero upfront costs. And here's the game changer. CM Heating's Comfort as a Service program includes lifetime repairs, annual maintenance, and even filters at no additional charge ever. Go Go to cmheating.com and schedule your free estimate online today.
License number CMHEAHL 751LW.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and Elder Law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, you're going to be okay, but we have to get through these steps. Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
At Madrona Financial and CPAs, we believe there are 7 steps that must be taken in preparation for a successful retirement. Retirement needs more than just a basic income plan. Hi, Jeff here with Madrona Financial and CPAs. Don't settle for a partial plan. Get the real deal by requesting your no-cost Madrona analysis today and discover what you may be missing. Call 833-673-7373 right now to request your analysis. That's 833-673-7373.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. At the White House, President Trump is meeting with Lebanon's president for talks on growing hostilities in the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz shut down to traffic with Iran blocking the key waterway, and the U.S. military is blocking Iranian-bound ships.
The blockade is up and it's nobody gets through. Nobody gets through the blockade. It's like a steel wall.
Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen now threatening to block ships in the Red Sea. In Los Angeles this hour, a preliminary hearing underway for David Burke, the singer known as David, facing charges in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The teen's body was found decomposing in the trunk of a vehicle owned by the singer. Prosecutors signaling they'll move forward as a death penalty case, even though the district attorney has not decided if it will be a death penalty trial. The hearing could last a week. No winner in last night's Powerball drawing. That means tomorrow's jackpot is worth $567 million. Michelle Franzen, ABC News. It was just a matter of time before robots made it to the front of the classroom.
Salamanca City Central School District has announced it spent nearly $60,000 on Sally, a humanoid robot that's designed to serve as a teaching assistant. Superintendent Dr. Mark Beeler says the robot will be part of an AI and robotics course designed by Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak.
We're starting extremely small with juniors and seniors, and Sally will act in many ways sort of as a tutor.
The district says robots will never replace teachers, staff members, or meaningful human interaction. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
In northeast India, in the Himalayan state of Sikkim, at least a dozen people are dead and 13 others are missing after a suspected gas explosion. That blast causing a partial collapse of a hydropower tunnel under construction. Rescue teams with oxygen gear are racing to find survivors with toxic levels of gas detected. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Staffing challenges are hitting the Seattle Police Department, but first, KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. It'll take you at least 16 minutes from Seattle to Linwood on northbound I-5, about 32 from Seattle to Federal Way southbound, and 13 minutes from downtown Seattle to SeaTac Airport. If you're heading east, expect 19 minutes from Seattle to Redmond on I-90 and 11 minutes from Bellevue to Seattle. One slow spot right now, Woodinville to Seattle on SR 520, where the drive is running at least 30 minutes right now. The traffic report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The Seattle Police Department has fewer officers now than it did before the World Cup. According to a department staffing document obtained by the Jason Ranch Show on Seattle Red 770 AM, 853 officers are available to answer 911 calls, down from 868 in mid-June. SPD says the June losses are tied to pension timing. Officers must retire by June 30th to receive a cost of living adjustment for the following year. Tukwila City Council has outlawed camping on city property in order to stop homeless encampments. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports violators face jail time and a $1,000 fine.
Public comment was split, just like City Council's final 4-3 vote. Plenty of residents for.
A homeless person living in a tent is just trying to survive.
And plenty against.
There can sometimes be large groups of 15 to 20 people actively using drugs.
The law makes it illegal to camp on city property, like parks and sidewalks, making it a misdemeanor. Police say they'll offer shelter referrals before enforcing the law. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Today and tomorrow could be the hottest days of the year in the Seattle area, with temperatures expected to surpass 90 degrees. National Weather Service forecaster Jacob DeFlitch says there's a heat advisory in place until tomorrow night.
Drink a lot of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, and also checking up on your neighbors and relatives during this period, because this is going to be a hot stretch coming up for us.
The usual reminders and precautions apply. Hydrate, wear sunscreen, don't exercise outdoors in the height of the afternoon, don't leave kids or pets in a parked car, and check on your elderly family members and neighbors. A woman is behind bars after deputies say she attacked her mother with a handsaw, then tried to run her over with a pickup truck. The Pierce County Sheriff's Office says the mother tried to escape to a neighbor's house to call 911 after her daughter took her phone. Then the daughter struck the mother and the family dog before taking off.
Get out of the truck now!
The 46-year-old was completely naked and was suffering from a mental health crisis. She now faces multiple counts of assault, along with eluding, resisting arrest, and other charges. A veteran Washington State Patrol trooper is facing serious criminal charges after prosecutors say he spent months stalking his former girlfriend. KIRO 7 TV's Nia Bliss reports yesterday's hearing for Trooper James Arnold was canceled.
Oral arguments were made to potentially decertify him, and based on a statement of charges, we know this is partially due to some serious allegations made against him in a criminal case playing out here at the Snohomish County Superior Court. The Washington State Justice Training Commission says an order should be expected in the coming weeks. When it comes to Trooper Arnold's criminal case, his trial is set for October.
And now for your weather. Heat and haze continue to linger around Seattle. We're getting closer and closer to 90. Air quality concerns are the highest today near the foothills, Cascades, and North Snohomish County. Right now, it's about 76 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Grateful that you're hanging out with us today. Ursula, I can't believe it is 11 o'clock already.
We are already in our third hour, and I'm just wondering what other sweeping statement I can make that generates as much attention as the one I did in the last hour. I think I see why you do those.
Right?
And someone said, hey, if G were to say something like a woman driving a motorcycle is really sexy, he would he'd be killed. And I say no. I would agree with you. I would agree.
No, I think you would agree. Yeah. But I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's some people who
you know the nickname for the motorcycle,
standard.
right? The something rocket.
Oh, boy. Okay. Text us, Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. We will be agreeing to disagree coming up at 11:30. But I want to hear more. Everyone's sharing also their stick shift stories.
Yeah,
and I love them.
Stories.
So we'll share at the end of the show. But right now,
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
Okay, this is something that's trending. Is it time for a new state flag? Because flag scholars rank Washington State's flag as 47th when it comes to design. Chef, I'm not going to read. What's this Vexillological Association? The North American Vexillological Association?
Vexillological.
Vexillological. Okay, that's the first time I have ever said that word, and it will be probably the last time. But anyway, we're the only state with an all-green background, and we get especially poor grades when it comes to recycling the state seal on our state flag. And maybe it's time for an update because Utah and Minnesota recently changed their flags. A casino company surveyed a whole bunch of folks about what should replace George Washington, and here's what they came up with. So, number 1, an Amazon delivery van.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is why this is tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
A rain jacket in July. That was number 2.
Okay.
And then number 3 would be a tech hoodie.
Huh. What do you think about those? Any of those?
No. Although all of them represent something. I mean, Amazon, for sure.
Right. Well, let's do this. We'll keep talking about this.
Yes.
And you all text in, and let's see which one we'll say. So as they start to come in on what should be on the flag, we will say, okay, so far that's ranked number 1. All right.
Okay.
So I'll go with some.
Okay.
Right off the top of my head.
Yes.
I was just going to come in with one. I thought it was going to be funny. A traffic cone.
Oh. That's a...
You know what I'm saying?
For never-ending construction?
Or some type of tax logo.
Oh.
You know what I mean? A tax logo.
Uh-huh.
Or some type of, like housing, it's so awesome. Housing affordability is so awesome here in the state of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm just being smart.
Yeah, no, and I know what some others are going to say. They would say they're going to put a tent on the flag, whatever. Adrian and Buckley, I think we're going to see a lot of this.
Okay.
Jimothy and a salmon sitting at a picnic table eating apples with Mount Rainier in the background as an eagle swoops down, talons at the ready to carry Jimothy and the salmon to their doom in a nest high in the forest. Well, I was with you, Adrian, till the very end.
It's far too complex.
All right, hey, 206. How about this one? 206 says a $sign.
Ooh.
Oh, that right now that's ranked number 1 for me.
Yeah, right now Jimothy's ranking number 1 with our texters.
Yeah, you guys are gonna stop talking about Jimothy the same way. What's my man, the salmon, from last season?
Oh, Humpy?
Yeah, you guys will stop talking about that. Yeah, Jimothy will be.
Let Jimothy have his moment.
Oh, Humpy's for odd
He's
years.
having a moment.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. Dave in San Juan County put Sasquatch on the Washington State flag. Does Sasquatch get any more love anymore?
Not to
because,
me.
man, I always see the socks with Sasquatch in the bargain bin.
Should buy him for Mark.
I do. Do you know how many Sasquatch things that he has? Yes. We have stopped at Sasquatch museums, mind you.
How about a coffee?
Multiple?
More than one, yes.
How about a coffee cup?
Oh.
Coffee cup? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess Starbucks. There's only one answer, though, right? And it's the mountains. Rainier.
It should be Mount Rainier.
But if it's going to be a state flag, it should be Mount Tahoma or Mount Tacoma. Like, we can't even get the name right on our largest mountain in the state. Some French dude that's never been here.
Now, not being the funniest, I actually think that would actually be the best, the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jesus says, wait a minute, it's bouncing around here. Green and blue flag with a stylized Mount Tahoma.
I mean, there's no other state in the lower 48 that has mountains like Washington.
No.
You've got Hood in Oregon. You've got, Shasta, et cetera, in California. And you've got the Tetons, in Wyoming and Colorado and stuff, but nothing like here. Not as many peaks. You get on a plane, you're like, wait, what's that mountain? And that mountain? And that mountain? It's got to be the mountains.
It's got to be mountains.
Yeah, I think so, too. Okay, keep texting in. Kevin in the 206 said, not to hijack the segment, but back to Jimothy. That should be the name of the new NBA team, and there's our new logo. Okay, speaking of Jimothy, I'm going to try.
Even Jimothy can jump.
Slide into another story, actually.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it is about Jimothy because this is breaking news.
Okay.
The Jimothy the raccoon bobblehead has been unveiled. The National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum unveiled an officially licensed limited edition bobblehead of Jimothy.
Okay.
Jimothy now has a doctorate. Jimothy has his a humongous fan club.
Hey,
I
have no problem with Jimothy getting a doctorate because the way we see some folks go get their air quotes honorary doctorates be wow to me. Wow. Really? So if you can get a doctorate, Jimothy can get one.
Cosby got one.
By the way, would any of you get any memorabilia bobblehead of Jimothy in your home?
I'm not going to.
What is with bobbleheads?
I don't even do. I have two bobbleheads. They're both each year.
I have zero bobbleheads. I have zero bobbleheads. I don't know, Chef. What is it?
I don't understand the Funkos. I don't understand the bobbleheads.
Are we being miserable right now?
No, I do understand.
Okay.
Everyone's got something that, well, not everybody, but what do you collect? You like to collect. You like sunglasses. You like shoes, right?
Watches
and watches, and some people won't understand that. You all know I love to collect perfumes. Someone would ask me, why do you have so many? Well, I find interest. Each one has a story, right?
They all have utility and purpose.
You know what?
So
that's
a
fair.
bobblehead for some people, they get one. Now they want to have all.
Okay,
You know what? That's actually a really good explanation, and you just got me with that. That's fair. But I'm phasing out of my shoe thing. I'm getting to the point where I'm just like,
because it's costly. Trust me.
You want
I
a pair
understand.
of slides and keep it simple?
Because now I'm getting to the point where I'm just wearing the same 3 pair of shoes lately.
And you realize
I'm realizing I'm like,
need?
I don't need any other shoes. What you laughing at, Ursula?
Because Nessie in Port Orchard said, if Jimothy could laugh, it would sound like me.
Nuzzy, that was...
Ouch.
Oh.
That was true. I know. And then Fernando in Seattle says, I just tuned back in, and you're still talking about that raccoon. We actually had other topics between then, but okay, let's move on. I'm going to go into a much more serious story because when you think of a house party, what comes to mind? Trouble.
Yes. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
It is not the ROI that you think it is. It's never not adult party, not adult. I'm talking about under 18. That party 90% of the time is going to not be as good as you thought. But what you got?
Well, there was a house party, but unfortunately, this involved more than 20 young people who broke into the home of a military veteran in Pierce County. And he was just weeks away from closing a sale on his home when they absolutely trashed it. The Pierce County Sheriff's Office says deputies found a full-blown party at the vacant Graham Kapowson home on Friday night, and they actually detained 23 people between the ages of 13 and 21. And inside, they found nearly every wall had been spray painted, windows were smashed, holes were punched through the walls. Pierce County Sheriff's Deputy Carly Capetto says even the pantry, the utilities, deck, and exterior were covered in graffiti.
All 23 juveniles that were detained will be facing charges for residential burglary as well as malicious mischief.
The damage, G, is estimated at more than $50,000, which could lead to felony charges. But all 23 who were identified were released to their parents, and they're now trying to figure out who did what and whether they have also targeted the home previously.
Okay. This is for you, Ursula. Should it be charged as an adult?
Well, there's some who are adults, and they absolutely should be charged as an adult.
No, I'm just saying.
A 13-year-old, depending, probably not, given it wasn't so-called violent crime. But I'll tell you what, if I'm the parent of any of these kids, especially if it was my 13-year-old, they're not going to know a good summer for a long, long time. I would make them pay. I would make them clean. I would make them pay. And absolutely, Jerry in the 206 says parents should pay for sure.
You know, a lot of times we've over the years, we've had the discussion about who should be charged as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And I know crimes like this, that's not even a conversation. But I just propose this, because a lot of times we say juveniles or we say kids did this. And then when we do that, we automatically go, okay, well, that. But when we start saying what the kid did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the kid did made some adult damage, right? $50,000. So when we actually start doing this and start saying, well, what did the kids do? Well, they cost $50,000, all of this money, and here's a theft. Maybe we should start thinking about, 13, 14, you want to commit adult crimes? Maybe you should have some adult consequences. Maybe we don't always choose when it's violent. Maybe when it's non-violent, you decided to go ahead and cause this kind of stuff.
It's a felony.
Well, here's some type of felony. Here's some real, you want to do adult stuff? Here's some adult consequences. Just something to think about.
Funny that you bring it up, because one of our earlier stories was how if you're charged with even a serious offense as a juvenile, you could end up staying in juvenile rehab until the age of 25.
Yeah.
So, that would require a complete shift in the change. I mean, you just came around to the idea of kids being charged, and you've said it. I mean, you said, there are some adult, especially violent crimes, that should be charged as an adult, even if you're 15 or 16 years old. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I agree with you. How are these people going to learn if the consequences aren't severe?
Like I said, it's just something that I just was thinking about this, because when we talk about juveniles committing this type of crime, right? It's not juvenile damages.
No.
Like, these are adult damages that are happening to people, but we want to give them juvenile consequences. If juveniles wants to cause other people adult damages, give them adult consequences.
And make the parents pay. I mean, I would just be so embarrassed of my own child. What gets in their head? Like, seriously, when you talk about what happened in this particular home, they're talking about spray painting and graffitiing every aspect.
I'm gonna say something. Here's a blanket sweeping statement. And here's what I've learned over the years. I believe you, Ursula, would be embarrassed if this were to happen. Mm-hmm. But here's what I've learned about people and parents with money. I've seen firsthand how they will try to protect their child even though they know they did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys ever seen that situation where that parent knows their child did wrong, but because they have money, right? They feel like, let me go ahead and cover all this, make sure that it's not on their record or anything. I will determine the punishment for my child. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm saying
you're teaching your kid nothing.
And the majority of the time when, make the parents pay, some of these parents can pay. No. Forget that. Stick that adult stuff on their record and let it stick for a while. So then that way, when they turn 18, it's hard for them to get a job. Because for generations, we've seen to this day so many people that are underhoused and underemployed because of a mistake that they made when they were younger. Don't let folks be able to pay their way out of those things. So a lot of these parents, there's like, I would be so embarrassed. Yeah, right. Because some of those, again, Ursula, I'm not saying you, but some of these parents will go ahead and try to buy their way out of these things.
How does only detention not help? Help the military veteran in this case. The reason I'm emphasizing parents, someone needs to pay. Someone needs to make it good for this veteran who was just about to close a sale on his home, and now it's trashed to the tune of $50,000. Yeah. And that is the level of a felony. The other thing is, Barry in the 253 says, being a former juvenile correction officer, they should absolutely spend 60 days in juvie.
By the way, you hear how we're talking about this as a house party and not as a residential burglary?
It's trespassing. It is vandalism. It is everything.
Them headlines, but they know how to soften it. It was soften it. Just juveniles, they just were just trespassing and that was burglary.
Yeah, they trashed it. They vandalized it.
Yeah,
they committed felonies.
All right, it's already 11:30, and I love that. In Agree to Disagree, I'm looking at the notes here, and peanut butter. I don't think we've ever had peanut butter during a Agree to Disagree. By the way, one of my most favorite things in the world that I can't even eat that much anymore because I love it. We'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes. Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
If you're over 62 and want to stay in your home without as much financial stress, this may be worth your attention. I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage. Every week I talk with seniors who love their home and want to stay, but feel financial pressure every month. Property taxes keep going up. Insurance costs more. Everyday bills add up, and for some, they still have a mortgage payment. If you're wondering how long your savings need to last, a reverse mortgage may be worth a look. It could eliminate your mortgage payment, pay off debts, and give you breathing room every month. Now, I want to make it clear it's not right for everyone, but for the right person, it can be a very smart financial tool. When you call Best Mortgage, you'll speak directly with me. I'll explain your options and tell you honestly if it makes sense for you. If you want to stay in your home with less financial stress, call me, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, honest advice you can trust, 425-649-6000.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
Your old water heater's starting to peter. DayandNight.net. Day and Night has $150 off installation of any new water heater, including tankless, backed by a free lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Bruce. When your old water heater leaks or fails, the damage could be catastrophic. Whether you need an emergency replacement or you're planning ahead before it leaks, give us a call and we'll help you get into hot water again.
Get $150 off installation of any new water heater.
DayandNight.net.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
State Senator Jamie Peterson drafted one of the state's most progressive taxes to date, the income tax on millionaires.
Engaging conversation.
We pay teachers the fourth highest of any state in the country.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
The Seahawks! They're bringing it home again!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's cars with a K.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The attacks have ramped up between the U.S. and Iran as the Memorandum of Understanding has all but dissolved. Still, President Trump says the U.S. is prepared to continue to attack Iran, and the administration is now asking Congress for an additional $87 billion to fund the war. More from ABC's Karen Travers at the White House.
He also said that anything that has to do with Iran's nuclear program, enrichment, anything like that would be a target for the United States. We've, of course, seen 10 consecutive nights of U.S. strikes aimed at degrading Iran's ability to strike at commercial shipping. But, of course, Iran has continued to fire back with retaliatory strikes aimed at U.S. assets and allies in the region.
The Whatcom County man attacked by a bison in Yellowstone National Park is up and walking. Carl McDaniel broke his femur in 4 places when the animal tossed him into the air almost 2 weeks ago.
It picked a target. That target happened to be me. He just kept coming and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air.
McDaniel talked with KTVQ from his hospital bed in Billings. Last week, National Park officials said the bison will not be euthanized or removed from the park. Animal control officers are trying to figure out who is abandoning dogs in Puyallup. According to a Facebook post from the Metro Animal Shelter, crews have found several unclaimed dogs. They're turning up at Wildwood Park, Clarks Creek Park, and Bradley Lake Park. Staff say many of the dogs are suffering from malnutrition and skin conditions. The shelter is also asking for donations of dry and wet puppy food. The Mariners are rolling, and they're going well for the second half of the season so far. After a dominant 8-0 win last night against the Cincinnati Reds, Cal Raleigh put the game away in the 7th inning with this grand slam.
Good sail away, grand slam, Cal Raleigh!
The team will look to stay hot as they take on the Reds once again. First pitch is at 6:40 tonight on our sister station, 710 Seattle Sports. And Dave's Hot Chicken is bringing the heat to Linwood. The fast-growing Nashville-style chicken chain plans to open its first Linwood restaurant near Alderwood Mall, marking its northernmost location in Washington. An opening date has not yet been announced. And now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. It'll take you at least 20 minutes from Seattle to Linwood, 22 from Seattle to Federal Way right now. There is one slow spot if you're going from Bellevue to I-90. That'll take you at least 20 minutes. It's about 5 minutes more than usual. This traffic report is brought to you by the Seattle Sports. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. For your forecast, we're expected to hit 90 today in Seattle. Haze from wildfire smoke will be noticeable. Right now, it's about 77 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. This is the time we do Agree to Disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
Before we get into peanut butter here, we got to talk a little bit about household maintenance and specifically the bathroom. I saw a little article in Martha Stewart that had me raising my eyebrows about how often towels should be replaced and how often they should be washed. So around the horn, real quick, G. How often should they be washed? Should you use them between washings, and how often replaced?
Replaced? Nah, partner. I'm keeping them towels. I'm keeping them towels for years. I got some towels, couple holes on it. It's okay.
Okay.
Keep
what about the washing?
Now the washing, if it gets first used on Monday, I'm gonna hit it with Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm changing up on Wednesday. New towel. So
Two uses.
No, because I take 2. So 2 days.
You take two showers a day?
Well, yeah.
It works out.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 days worth of uses.
Yes.
Okay.
In all fairness, one of those showers are here.
Yeah, so that's a different towel.
So, but Monday use, Wednesday get a new one.
I'm not that regimented. It's all on an as needed basis. It's
maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday. Go ahead.
I wash them when I think they need to be washed, and usually I will do at least 2 uses. But sometimes it's like you need to throw them in quicker, and I am someone who updates their towels, though. I will say.
Updates. What does that mean? Update?
So I don't have towels from 10 years ago.
Really?
Unless I use them as rags. Yes.
Wow. Okay. You better than me. I'm keeping them things.
Yeah, I still have towels.
And I'm the guy who flies coach. Okay, but
I got some drawers.
Oh no.
Yeah, because after a while they look really bad, and I like to walk into my bathroom and feel like it's a sanctuary, and I have white towels, and I want them.
Do you have white towels?
I do have white towels.
That's brave.
So
brave.
I know, but only
white
as
towels,
only as non. I mean, we don't have kids living at home. I did not have. I had a lot of older towels, a lot of raggedy towels when kids were still at home because they just trash them. But now,
I don't believe Ernie. Ernie just texts in from Kent.
He washes every time.
Our towels get washed after each use. I don't believe you, Ernie.
That's too much.
I believe you if there's 2 of you and you have no kids.
Each use? No. So you take one in the morning time and it's cooked, it's done?
Because then you're doing a lot of laundry.
You're talking about you're doing 7? You're washing 7 towels a week? No, I don't believe that, Ernie.
I don't think most people shower every day, though.
Cap.
Denise in Seattle says, I have a towel that my parents won in a bathroom contest in the 80s. Now, the kind of towels I had while I was in college, man, there was not a single one that matched. But, I mean, right now, I have to have them all matching. Yeah.
We just got a bootleg upstairs, man. My upstairs is just bootleg. It's terrible. And I hope my wife ain't
What does
listening.
that mean?
It's just
needs help.
It's terrible, Chef.
Bootleg?
It's bootleg. Like somebody just went and just bought our entire upstairs from off the street.
Oh,
Somebody was selling it on the corner. Hey man, I got that bedroom for you. Got that bedroom for you. Got that bedroom dresser right here. like right here.
It was like picked up on the streets of Freattle. Okay, all right.
Wait, just real quick. Armand from Sunset says exactly why we have white towels now too. You can bleach them, and I do bleach them every time.
You bleach them every time?
Yep. When I wash them, yes.
Okay, see.
I just don't use white towels.
It feels like
except for hotels.
Like a spa. Yes. I want to relive the spa and hotel experience.
You know what I bet?
At home.
I bet you, Ursula, if I used white towels,
you'd never.
Then I'd be like Ernie, and I would only one use.
Because you'd notice.
Because you'd see a smudge.
I'd see a smudge, and I'd be done.
Yeah.
All right, Ernie, I might believe you if you have white towels.
It's so fancy and clean.
And by the way, I do now have a loofah.
Okay.
Remember you were...
And where do you guys...
I have to keep updating those because they can get pretty grody.
Now, right. So with the loofah sponge, I'm just curious, do you guys do what I do now? I wash my loofah sponges.
Oh, you have to.
I just rotate them out.
You wash them out of the shower?
No, I put them in the laundry. So I have a bunch of them, and then I'll just, like, in my gym bag, I'll have some, and I'll just rotate them out.
Okay, see, like, I don't like the loofah because that thing gets it gets slimy, and it just hangs in the shower. Yeah.
Okay, since we're going in depth on this.
Wow. I was planning on moving on before G got into the nooks and crannies.
How often do you change your sheets?
I think
often enough.
Well, okay.
And let's keep it real.
No. Let's keep it real. Well, one of the biggest problems is I don't know what it is. I don't like getting all the way up under the covers now. So sometimes I'm laying on the top.
Oh, really?
And then Lillian has her little blanket that she just kind of mummifies herself when she tucks herself into the blanket. So
because
you don't sleep under the covers?
No.
That's a new?
It's just weird. I don't know.
It's
part of his laziness.
I was going to say part of it is because you don't have to make the bed.
Yes.
And then you can say you have the made bed.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I'll get out, and then I'll just kind of tuck my side, right? Boom, boom. I'm out the bed.
See, this is why you got to go with the comforter, right? Because then top sheets need top sheets, and the sheets need to die. You can stand sheets. You have to make the whole bed, or else that sheet is all twisted up underneath you.
I absolutely love sheets.
Does anybody still know how to make the hospital corner on the sheets of the bed?
Yeah, and does anyone know
I didn't go to military school.
Yeah.
Well, what about, does anyone know how to properly fold the fitted sheet?
Yes, you roll it like a sleeping bag.
Absolutely not.
No. I mean,
no.
Those are just stuffed in my closet.
You get in one of those hospital beds, man, it feels like you're in a body bag. You can't get out of that thing. You're trapped.
I feel like we just had a cleansing confession time.
Molly and Black Diamond says, Ursula, try sanitizer instead of bleach for the towels.
Sanitizer?
What is that?
Costco sells it, she says. They'll last much longer.
I've never...
Okay, I'm looking.
I use laundry soda and borax. It's a combo. Keeps everything nice and white. Doesn't break it down.
Is that right?
And it's great for smells, too.
Oh.
Takes all the smell, no mildew build up at all.
What's that?
Laundry soda and borax.
Of course you like to create something. That's pretty good.
It's like a laundry cocktail.
Yeah. All right. Text messages, feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's Words to Live By.
When Dennis suggested retirement planning to his wife, Linda, she had the same reaction lots of people do.
Do we really need it?
Then they attended a free seminar with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich at Life Point Law.
He asked me, what do you want? And he truly listened. And at the end of it, it was like, we need to do this.
There are many people on the radio that speak about many things. And when we got here and actually worked with the team that Rajiv has put together, it turns out that it is not just talk, it is action.
And in the worst case,
I said to him, if something happens to Dennis, what would I do exactly? And he said, you pick up the phone and you call Rajiv or you call me. And that right there was like peace of mind.
Register for a free LifePoint Law Retirement Planning Seminar in Federal Way on August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Anthony Hamilton with Tony, live in the Tulalip Amphitheater, Thursday, September 10th. Tickets are on sale now. Details at TulalipCasino.com.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
We all know a cancer diagnosis is physically and emotionally draining, but it can be financially draining too. That's why Northwest Hope and Healing is here to help. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to be part of Northwest Hope and Healing's mission. We provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare so patients can focus on healing. Since the year 2000, we have distributed over $3 million in direct financial assistance to thousands of local cancer patients. And you can make a direct impact. Mark your calendar for Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel and Spa in Woodinville. It's an unforgettable afternoon of hope and inspiration, celebrating local cancer survivors. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
Spike O'Neill here. If your loved one's caregiver has plenty of vacation or just needs a break, why not consider Aegis Living Respite Care? A short-term stay that provides 24/7 expert care, Aegis Living amenities, and peace of mind for you and your family. Go to aegisliving.com/spike to schedule a visit today.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Best Mortgage is proud to be the longest-running mortgage company on KIRO Radio. For 34 years, they've been giving honest advice you can trust as your VA loan and reverse mortgage experts and debt consolidation specialists, too. Just web search Best Mortgage.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories. Like Kate, who was off on a long road trip with her best friend when the dash lit up like a game show. They find the nearest Les Schwab. Turns out they really needed an oil change. It was done in a flash. Road trip saved. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires. Our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to all of you. Appreciate you all hanging out with us. What a show it has been. Went by fast as well. Ursula, what you got for us?
Well, if Fernando or others are just tuning back in again to see if we've stopped talking about Jimothy, they're going to be disappointed because the famous raccoon in Ballard is topping our text messages. 425 says, homie was on the BBC. He's international now.
Allison in Stillicum says, if you can watch a video of Jimothy and not smile, you're a sourpuss? Sourpuss? Oh, sourpuss. Oh, got it.
Donnell in West Seattle says, I do not want to hear about or see that Jimothy creature. It's like a scary alien thing. I mean, he's so hideous that it's cute. But someone else pointed out and texted in and said, for some of us, it's, if you have some kind of disability or some kind, it makes you feel a certain way when people are just going on and on about Jimothy.
Oh.
I hadn't thought about that.
Well, 206 says, can there be a bobblehead when the subject doesn't have a neck?
Okay. Locals moving out of King County while out-of-state residents are moving in. Heather from Kirkland says, just moved from King County to Whatcom County, Bellingham. No regrets, and I'm not a millionaire, but hubby does work remotely. Couldn't afford King County as retirement approaches, and I had lived there for 32 years. I think that's a lot of people's story.
Jay and Lacey says, you're leaving out Thurston County. A lot of people moving here, too. I've been talking to customers on my route who say they came from somewhere in King County.
I love Thurston County, by the way. Every time I visit, I think this is a great area that we don't talk about nearly enough. FIFA scoops up $9 billion from Seattle, the U.S., and World Cup. 425 says, if FIFA is truly a nonprofit, then what they claim that they profited should go back into the Seattle community.
What do you think nonprofits do? Linda says, isn't the NFL a nonprofit as well?
And then there's Brant in the 360 who says any organization that would give Donald Trump a peace award is fraud. And as a Washington taxpayer, I resent having to subsidize security and other costs of the World Cup. The World Cup should have paid 100% of its own freight. If there was a vote on whether to spend one nickel on the World Cup, I would vote no.
More teens are gambling now than drinking and drugging. Damien in Naplevine says, yes, this is exploding with high school boys. I'm terrified. Once again, corporate America seeking the weak.
Anonymous in Tacoma says, for me, it wasn't sports betting, it was slots. I literally won $4,000 and gave it all right back the next night. I had an issue last year and into the first couple of months this year, but I am doing a lot better. I know I'm doing better because I can drive past the casino without looking at it and thinking, oh, I have to go in. But I do think sports betting is crazy because it's all right there on your phone.
Manual transmission and the people who love them. Heidi in Everett says, I agree with Ursula. It's that total control. I was taught by my high school boyfriend. He was not patient, and I got out and walked to work the first day. Mastery. That's what it is.
Yes!
And Ursula, go ahead.
Yes.
What did you say that made Heidi respond to that again?
Oh, I said there's something really sexy about, like I said, a man driving a stick shift.
Yep.
And then I actually changed it and I added, there's actually something very attractive about women who drive stick shifts too. Will in Ravensdale says stick is more interactive and engaging. As a result, it's more sexy.
Brad in Gig Harbor says, Ursula, my personal vehicle is a 6-speed manual in my work truck. Are you ready for this? Is an 18-speed manual. Want to go to lunch? Wink, wink.
I have more people texting me right now telling me all their stick shift stories, including on my text messages, on my personal messages. You know what? I found that there's something that so many of us could agree on.
The stick shift.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We all have our stories.
Well, looks like that's it.
I think
for
I made
today.
you speechless.
Yeah, I had to be careful with that.
You're deep in thought about something. What's up?
With the
I know
stick
you.
shift.
I know you.
No, if you don't want to know what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I seriously, after our towel conversation and sheets, and you guys hear me making fun of my upstairs, and I was just thinking, like, my biggest problem is time to do stuff, but I do need to start to really change up the upstairs and start investing in it. And by the way, it's not because it's not comfortable. It's very comfortable up there, especially in my loft with my couch. That's my favorite place to be.
That is your favorite place to be.
So, but I need to really spruce it up and everything. And I'm also thinking about next week. Well, because on Friday after the show, I'm going to jump on an airplane and go down to Phoenix. And my daughter's going to drop off my granddaughter at the airport. And she's going to jump on a plane with me. And we're going to come back. And Izzy's going to be with us for 10 days.
So
I'm thinking about that too.
Are you serious?
That is going to be so fun.
So I think on Monday, I'm going to have her come with me on Monday.
Yes.
How old is she now, dude?
7.
Oh
that's
my
gonna be
gosh.
so fun.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
I've been thinking about making sure that
Gonna have all
she gets
kinds of
all
stories.
kinds of whatever she wants, and in 10 days, see ya.
All of a sudden, parenting topics are going to be like front of mind for G.
Yeah. A lot of topics. For sure.
I love it. I knew that you were deep in thought about something.
But I'm
That's gonna be
thinking about
awesome.
Think about that upstairs. I got to do something. And some plants and everything.
And the reason why you should do something is because you've talked about that couch. You've talked about that spot in your loft.
That's the only spot.
And so when I talk about having the white towels and having it feel like a spa, that's important because it's like a place that I feel like is a sanctuary in your home.
But, since we're speaking about this before we go, I know how I get. And if I start something,
it's going to go.
It gets
to the nth
outrageous,
degree.
and then
Yep.
Can't even touch it. Can't even touch it until you're ready to pick it up. Yep.
All right, Ursula, we out of here. Do this again tomorrow. Thank you, Ursula. Thank you, Chef. Hey, coming up next, we got the Jake and Spike show. Make sure you stick around. We appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. Be kind.
Hope you had as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
John Curley here. When the AC starts acting up, don't assume you need a whole new system. Home Comfort Alliance, their approach is simple. Repair first, replace only if needed. Their techs diagnose the real problem because a simple fix can often get the cooling back up again and not cost you a full replacement. Need something new? Ask about a heat pump for year-round comfort. That's what we did at the barn. Get real pricing in 60 seconds at HomeComfortAlliance.com. Call the comfort people. HomeComfortAlliance.com.
The Black Crowes, live in the Tulalip Amphitheater, Sunday, August 30th. Tickets are on sale now. Details at TulalipCasino.com.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, You'll be sorry.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You've worked hard, saved diligently, and now retirement is on the horizon. But will your nest egg go the distance? With rising costs and uncertain markets, there's no time for oversimplified plans. Hi, Jeff here with Madrona Financial and CPAs. Don't settle for a partial plan. Get the real deal by requesting your no-cost Madrona analysis today and discover what you may be missing. Call 833-673-7373 right now to request your analysis. That's 833-673-7373.
It's the best time of the year at Staples, with back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until